some simple answers for your frequently asked questions. Generally, too much black smoke is caused by incomplete combustion and too much moisture content in the wood. Make sure you've got 20% moisture content or less. If you have flames coming out of the mouth of the oven, you've likely overloaded the oven. What I'm holding is 9 sticks. This is what I use to start the fire, and this is what I use to achieve 1,000 degrees pretty quickly. The other thing to take into consideration is the weather. If it's a very windy day, you're getting a ton of oxygen into the system. And lastly, you can always use your door to contain the fire. That will choke out some of the oxygen. If your oven isn't reaching temperature, the easiest answer may be that you haven't allowed it to heat long enough. 30 to 45 minutes is really important for preheating. Secondly, you want to make sure that the wood is dry, so less than 20% moisture content. You want to also make sure that you start with about 9 sticks of wood this size, so your volume of wood may not be high enough. Make sure to have enough volume, give it enough time, and then make sure that that wood is good and dry. If your crust is charred and the topping's uncooked, it means your radiant heat from the ceramic stones is working, which is great. You want that nice bubbly crust. But if the top is not cooked, it means convection has slowed. You want to check your external thermometer, and if that has dropped in temperature, it means you need to continue to add fuel to the fire. Adding wood and keeping those white hot coals with a slight flame is critical to getting convection rolling. So toppings charred and the bottom is uncooked. This is a common problem. The one thing we want to recommend you do when you start up your oven is to make sure to keep that fire in the center. What that does is during the 30 to 45 minute preheating period, it gets those stones ripping hot. We want to make sure they get really good and hot, and then moderate the fire so you don't have big flames increasing that convection heat too high.